Guys, my name is Conall, and today it's January, so we're going to be talking about resolutions. This interesting stat the other day online about New Year's resolutions, and it turns out that only 46% of people actually can complete their resolution 6 months down the road from when they make it. It was bizarre to me because it's been proven psychologically that goal setting is really important for our psychology and to help improve our lives. What I found when you put in the YouTube search bar and it says, oh, how to help conquer your New Year's resolutions, everything is either really concise and too easy, or it's really in-depth and kind of crazy, and it can be really daunting to try and help you achieve your goal. To make a goal that's like right in the middle. I want to hit that sweet spot where it's just enough information for you to get going, but not too much that it becomes too crazy. I'll give you 4 proven psychological steps that's going to help you conquer your resolution. One is often the hardest. You have to figure out what your goal is actually going to be. The hardest part about the whole, the goal setting process is figuring out what's going to be the most beneficial goal and the most attainable goal for you. Sometimes it can be really daunting because we can say, we have really big overarching goals that we can actually see in our future, but it's something that we can't necessarily achieve in just 1 year or even 6 months. I want to offer, if you're not very good at looking at yourself and saying what you can examine in your life, maybe talk to other people, talk to some of your close friends or your family and say, look, how can I improve as a person? How can I improve my well-being and your well-being in life? Number 2, what I think is probably the reason that most people fail, and this is actually psychologically proven, is you have to make your goal rational. By making your goal rational, what I mean by this is it has to be an actually realistic goal. If you say that you're going to get a great natural tan in the dead of winter, you're not. I want to share what my actual goals are for this year, and I think I have 2 relatively concise ones that'll make sense in this context. Goal is I have this little writing notebook here which I use a lot to try and catalog my ideas. And last year I kind of fell out of practice. I would only write every 2 weeks or so, and that's not good for someone who likes to write and who's going to make writing their career. So this year my goal is actually going to try and write something every day. This resolution is to just get back and start making videos. I enjoy it so much. It's a really good hobby and it's really fun for me, and I have a really nice small community here. So that's my second goal. A little bit harder, but I think it's doable. And with my first goal, it's relatively easy. It's rational. I can actually, if I can just sit down for 5 minutes a day, I can complete it, and that's going to make it that much more attainable. You shouldn't deter yourself from a big goal, because a big life-changing goal is how you're going to really improve as a person. However, the higher and the more unattainable the goal becomes, the harder it is it's going to be to achieve. Third step in this little program is you have to remind yourself of your goal every day. It has to be omnipresent in your mind. It has to be constantly at the forefront of your thinking. But the way I'm doing it is, what I have here is my phone, and I just have a reminder set here every single day. So right on my home screen, I've got my notes there. With my phone, I'll be able to see my notes, and I'll be able to see to remind myself, hey, this is what you gotta do today. And it's just gonna be, it's so much easier because you're actually tricking your psychology to make it easier for you to achieve that goal. Final step in this little program is, it seems really cliche, but I think it's really worthwhile to consider, and that is to stay optimistic. My dogs are barking. And what really helps is making a smaller goal, a more attainable goal, is going to pay dividends quickly, and that's going to help you continue your goal. We achieve something, or we have something pleasurable, what happens is we have a little bit of dopamine, right, in our brain, the chemical that gets released that basically intoxicates us. It's almost like pleasure. It's actually what happens when we have drugs, but it's also what happens when we eat after not having anything for a while. It's used in almost every single circumstance. And we get that little kick. Able to see quick results, you get that little kick of dopamine, and then you're going to actually associate what's good with that goal with that dopamine. It's going to help you continue. And on something extremely cliche, but I think it's really important. When I was growing up, and even now still, my parents, whenever I would hit a roadblock or anything, anyone who's important to me in my life would say, if it was easy, everyone would do it. A quick little video today. Happy Martin Luther King Day. I hope you guys are all doing great. Please leave some comments down below if you like this video, and some recommendations and some questions for the next video. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Mama say she gonna lose me.